Jungkook baby, I looked down at the hung, sleeping peacefully in my arms. His soft breath calmed to storm inside me. Either I asked him to move with me. His wide eyes and sock was unstable. I got surprised myself with the suggestion to I've never been the type of share my personal space, but after what happened, it feels like I need to know where he is at all time. I never to know he's safe. What better way to ensure that the having him living with me want my child to live with me, and of course they would want to live with the baby to move in together solve the problem. When I asked him, he said he need time to think about it, and I told him not to feel pressure, but for now the doctor has already advised for him to rest of the next 2 weeks, so he will be staying. I tightened my arms around him, pressing a soft kiss on his hand, just holding his reassured me that he's really here alive and safe. With that comfort, sleeping slowly overtake me. The sound of the doorbell pulling me out of my sleep, rubbing my eyes. I stumbled towards the door, opening to find my dad standing there. Dad, what are you doing here? I asked, my voice harsh from sleep. Without waiting for an invitation, he walked past me to the apartment. Good morning to you too, I murmured under my breath. Closed the door. Went to your office first, but your secretary told me you all be working from home for the next 2 weeks, he said, turning look at me with a raised eyebrow. What's that about? I scratches the back of my neck, suddenly feeling nervous. This was not how I planned to break the news to him, and he continued, his voice growing more serious. I had a drink last night with a friend from the police department. He mentioned something about you being involved in a resort or something. He was drunk, so I didn't get the full story, but I came to check. Are you in trouble, Jungkook? His sharp gaze made me stand. There was no avoiding this conversation now, Dad. I said, moving towards the couch. You should sit for this. He frowned, but took a seat. I pulled a chair and sat across from my heart pounded in my chest. I don't even know how to start this, I admitted, running a hand through my hair. But I got someone pregnant. His eyes widened, his mouth opening like he was about to say something, but I quickly raised my hand to stop him. Wait, please let me explain everything before you say anything. He nodded slowly, leaning back in his seat. So it all started the night before I officially became the CEO. I was stressed. I mean, really stressed. I just wanted to take a break from all the pressure, so I went to a nightclub. His expression remained unavailable, and I forced myself to keep going. At the club, I met this guy. I said, my voice softened. He was in trouble. I don't even know how to describe it, but he just caught my attention in a way no one else has ever. That eyebrow rose slightly, but he stayed silent, listening intently. One thing led to another, and well, that's how it happened. I admit my cheeks heating up, but that's not all. I nodded quickly. A few weeks later, Tehung, his name is Tehung, was kidnapped by Jataden at the ward, and I could see his concern starting to show. I focused out he was missing and couldn't sit around doing nothing, so I connected your friend in the police department for help. His expression softened slight as he nodded. Thankfully, we found him in time, but the or left this week, and the doctor recommended strict bed rest for the next 2 weeks. That's why I'm working from home right now. I need to take care of him. I finished my story, my heart racing as I waited for his reaction. Jungkook, who did you got pregnant? My dad asked, his voice a mix of shock and disbelief. Before I could answer, I heard Taehoon voice calling out of from hallway. Jungkook, where are you? I am so. His voice trail off, falling by stretch girls. Oh my God, Mr. Jeon, good morning. I turned around to say Taehoon bowed respectfully to my father, his face flushed with embarrassment. You got your personal secretary pregnant? My dad practically shouted as he stood up. His expression shifted from shock to outrage. Dad, I said firmly, stepping between him and Tehang. We didn't know each other when it happened. It was just a coincidence. I tried to keep my voice calm, but I could feel the tension rising. I glared back at Tehung, who stood with his hand lower, avoiding my eye contact. My chest itched seeing him like that, so vulnerable and upset. Dad, can we talk about this later? I asked, hoping to diffuse the situation. He eyebrows together in disapproval. It didn't look like he was going to. Please, I added his hand together. If I were beginning, his trim gaze softened slightly and he said, fine, but we are having dinner together, all of us, he said, looking directly at the home. They nodded dimly without saying a word. Satisfied, my dad finally left the apartment. I turned around and walked towards the home slowly. Hey, I said softly, trying to lighten the mood. Sorry about that. He was just surprised, that's all. I gave a small nervous. It's not your fault, Taehoon said in a quiet, almost irritated voice. I reached out his cheek gently and tied his hand up with my gaze. He let out a soft laugh and I pulled him into a tight hug. Jungkook, I'm ever resting my chin on his head. I'm hungry, he said, snuggling closer to my chest. I checked up, pulling back slightly to look at him. Then let's have breakfast, I said with a grin. He nodded and we made our way to the kitchen together. After breakfast, I spent a good 20 minutes convincing Taehoon to get back in bed. He argued that he was not tired, but I was not going to let him push himself. Eventually, I managed to bring him with some chocolate, and he finally gave in. With his resting, I headed to my study to get some work done. I was deep into reviewing a report when I heard a sharp knock on the door. Come in, I called out, not knowing up from my laptop when no one spoke. I glared up to see Tehang standing by the door, nervously playing with the hem of his shirt. His was a habit noticed whenever he felt unsure about something. "Come in," I said, patted my lap. He hesitated for a moment before walking over and sat down on my lap. "What's wrong, baby?" I asked, wrapping my arms around his waist and loving him gently. "It's nothing really, I'm just bored," he murmured, pouting abruptly. I couldn't help but laugh, which only made him pout more. "I'm sorry, baby, you are just so cute when you pout," I said, pinching his cheeks playfully. The hung baby, I guess Jungkook back with the same passion he gave me. My arm wrapped tight around his neck without breaking the kiss. He lifted me perfectly and instead wrapped my legs around his waist. He carried me to our bedroom. His lips never leave mine. He gently laid me down on the soft mattress. "Time scared." We finally pulled apart. He rested his hand on my into me. Dad wants us to have dinner together once the doctor clear you from bed rest, he said, his voice against my skin. Running my finger thought in here. "I'm scared to meet your parents," I admitted, my voice barely able to whisper. He looked up at me, his gaze softened and lifted with love. "Hey, don't be scared. My parents are going to love you. How could they not when you are so perfect?" His words made me smile. Even a small part of me still felt nervous. "Now let's get clear up," he tasted, grin mischievously. "You made quite the mess, Kim. I smacked his arms playfully and he laughed. His spring smile lightened up the room. Later that day, I opened the door and immediately hugged Jin tightly. "Jenny, oh my gosh, thank you so much for coming." Jungkook had been so sweet when I asked for Jin coming over. "You can invite any of your friends, baby." "This is your home too," he said, his voice making my heart flutter. I missed my best friend so much. I wanted to explain everything to him. Jungkook had told me how worried Jin was when I was taken, and I know Jin probably blamed himself for it. "I'm so glad you are safe, both of you," Jin said softly, his hand resting gently on my belly. I smiled, glad to reply. "I don't know what I would done if I lose my baby. Everyone at work miss you," he said after a moment. "Now really know what's going on. Are you planning on telling them about your pregnancy?" I'm not sure. I admitted sitting. "It's not just my decision to make, and honestly, I'm a little worried about how people will react being pregnant with my boss baby. Isn't exactly normal. Please, everyone know that Jungkook looks like Jin teased, wiggling his eyebrow. Yeah, you are so shameless, I said, smacking his arms, my mouth hanging open in offense. Said the one who pregnant. He saw back with a grin and we burst out into laugh. I miss you so much, Jin. I said, my voice cracking as tears falling in my eyes. Don't cry, he said, wiping my tears lightly. I miss you more. He hugged me tightly as I hugged him back, feeling a sense of comfort I hadn't felt in weeks. That night, as Jungkook and I got ready for bed, he asked, "So, how was your little eating session with Jin?" "It was fun," I replied, smiling. "It was nice talking to someone who was not you for a change." "Wow, I deeply hurt," he said, his chest dramatically. I rolled my eyes before walking over to him and hugged him tightly. "Thank you," I whispered, resting my chin on his shoulders. His arms wrapped around my waist, pulling me ever close. "For what, baby?" "For everything," I said, pulling back enough to look into his eyes. "For not freaking out, for supporting me, of taking care of us. I really accepted you." Jungkook, his eyes softened and a small smile tugged in his lips. "I love you," he said, my voice sudden and filled with emotion. "I love you too," he replied, leaning down to kiss me gently. In his embrace, I felt safe, love, and I sat in one of my favorite coffee shops in Seoul, sipping my Americano while waiting for him. The familiar chime of the entrance bell catch my attention. I looked up to see Minho walk towards me with his smile. "Long time no see, stranger," he said teasingly as he approached. I stand up and pull him into tight hug. I know, sorry I went MIA, but I miss you," I say, pressing a quick kiss to his forehead. Minho shook her but rolled his eyes. "Yeah, sure, you have a funny way of showing how much you miss people." Allow for him to sit down, stop pouting, and drink your tea. I ordered it just for you. I pushed the cup towards him. Minarajan and Abro looking impressed. "Wow, you have been remember my order." "Of course, idiot. I am your best friend after all," I replied with a grin. He took a sip of his tea and sighed contentedly. "I have been near Miss Shore," he said, his eyes gazed out the window. "How long are you planning to stay?" I asked curiously. He leaned back in his chair, folding his arms. "I am not sure. I didn't really set a timeline when I came back, but the longer I am here, I more I realize how much I miss home. Home? Miss you too?" I replied for a gently, "Yeah, that's right," he complained, rubbing his forehead and laughed at his reaction. expression softened as he looked down on his tea. You know, I had to leave back then. He brushed my dad was putting on me. It was suffocating. I always stay properly be see like you know for, but that's life just isn't for me. My dream. Pursuing my dream brought me so much joy, and as hard as it was to leave the people I love, I'm glad I did it for myself. He brought my smile, making my heart swelling with admiration. I miss him so much, but I always respected him for changing his dream and succeeding on his own terms. I'm happy you found your happiness, Minho, I say, giving him my signature bunny smile. Who's that? Minho asked, noticing the way my expression changed. I quickly put my phone down and looked at him with a spring grin. Just someone special. Minho rising an eyebrows. Someone special? Huh? You better spill, Jungkook. I laughed nervously. You will find out soon enough. I reply, sipping my coffee to avoid his curious gaze, but deep down I know it's only a matter of time before I share everything with him. Tea and our little one are become such an important part of my life.